Truth be told, it's a buyer market right now. How do you know if the house you're buying is a great deal? Or if you're selling, how do you determine the value of your property? In this video, I'm going to go through all things valuation, so you can use it to find great deals or evaluate your own property for sale. Our goal is to make you a better buyer, seller, or investor. Let's start right now. My name is Franca Ahmadzai, and I'm a real estate agent with Intercity here in Vaughan, Ontario. Please do me a huge favor, give me a like and a subscribe because it helps me out, helps the channel out, and you can sleep at night knowing that you helped someone today. So, moving on, there are two options which I'm going to talk about today. Option number one, which is the easiest, get expert help. You can hire an agent or an appraiser to do this for you. That's all they do, day in and day out. They are the experts in the field. If you're in Ontario, please feel free to send us an email or comment below, and I'll help evaluate it for you at no cost, no obligation, just free info for you. Option number two, do it yourself. This is a big topic, so let's get started first with comparables, and then we'll move on to adjustments. When I say subject property, that means the property you want to get value on. When I talk about comparables, those are other properties which have sold close to the subject property. So similar in size, similar in age, similar in proximity, similar. We want to look at apples to apples comparisons, not apples to oranges. Comparables sometimes is shortened to just comps. So if I say comps, I mean comparables. Starting out, comparable properties are the most similar properties to our subject property. Sometimes they won't be exactly apples to apples, and that's where your adjustments come in. So here are some of the categories we're going to look at to see if they are similar properties. First one is going to be distance. This is the distance from your subject property. I want to find a property that's in the same neighborhood. Ideally, you want to find it in the same block so that you're not crossing major streets. Best case scenario, it's on the exact same street. And that's for suburban properties. If you're talking about urban, it's even tighter. Like for example, if you're looking at a condo, you want to stay within the exact same building ideally. If it's rural, you can spread that out to a few kilometers, but definitely within the same area. You don't want to look at, say, comparables that are 5 kilometers away in a suburban area because it might be a different school district or a different side of the track. The closer to the subject property, the better. The next one is square footage. I usually want to stay about 200 square feet plus or minus from your subject property so you can get a very similar comparable. We're only talking about above ground area, so those basements don't count. Next is bedrooms and bathrooms. For example, if you have a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, you want to look for comps 4-bed, 2-bath. Of course, you can still adjust if the comp you find is not exactly the same, but you want to start with the most similar ones possible. Next one we're going to look at is style. So say for example, if you have a bungalow comparable, you want to look for a bungalow. You don't want to compare 2 stories to a bungalow or a duplex. You want to look at the area for the most similar styles. The next one is year built. You want to stay within about 10 years plus or minus of the subject property. It's very difficult to compare, say, a 1970s property to something that was just built this fall. The next one is lot size. So you want to choose similar size lots. And if it's not, then you just want to judge for that a little bit, but you want to choose a comparable that's very similar in size. The sale date is the next one. This one, I probably should have put at the top of the list, truth be told. When you look at comparables, you want to look at something within about 3 months of the sale of the property you're trying to study. You don't want to look at sales from a year ago when the market may have been crazy as compared to now. You want to make sure that you're choosing properties that are as close as possible in the recent past. So the last category is condition. You want to pay attention to upgrades and how modern the property is. If the valuation won't be the same, if it's a 1970s kitchen compared to if it's a brand new redone kitchen with granite countertops, neutral colors throughout. Next, you're going to put all this stuff into a spreadsheet and clearly have rows so you can compare how many bedrooms, etc., and draw conclusions from the differences in an easy manner. You're going to take your comparables and make adjustments to take the comparable properties and take away certain features or add them to make them look just like your subject property. So when we're talking about adjustments, this can vary from province to province, as it may cost more or less to, say, build a deck or a pool, depending upon where you live. Keep in mind though, it's not a direct dollar adjustment. Say for example, your dream master bathroom costs $30,000, but that won't be added 100% to the price. Maybe this sounds all too confusing, or maybe it just sounds like too much work. You can always call an agent or an appraiser to do this for you. Feel free to comment below or reach out to me. Find me on Instagram, Facebook, or my YouTube channel. So whatever your reason was for looking at this video, maybe you just want to be able to double check your agent's work. I hope this video was helpful. Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.